after winning the Olympic gold medal, Saint Lucia's first ever.
Julien Alfred has already made history, shattering records and bringing home Saint Lucia's first ever Olympic gold. She's the fastest woman in the world, dominating the track and leaving her competition in the dust. But now she's taking on something even bigger, something that could change lives far beyond sprinting. This announcement isn't about medals or trophies. It's about building a legacy. After breaking barriers for herself, is she about to do the same for an entire generation?
And Julien Alfred, she doesn't know it yet, but she has won the first ever medal.
Julien Alfred has cemented her place in history as one of the fastest women the world has ever seen. At just 23 years old, the St. Lucian sprint sensation has gone from a rising star to an undeniable champion, leaving no doubt about her dominance on the track. Her defining moment came at the Paris 2024 Olympics, where she crossed the finish line in the women's 100m final with a blazing personal best of 10.72 seconds. That win wasn't just another gold medal, it was St. Lucia's first ever Olympic gold, turning her into a national icon overnight. But Julien didn't stop there. With the world watching, she kept pushing, proving that her Olympic victory was just the beginning. At the World Indoor Championships, she showed up in unstoppable form, sprinting her way to another gold medal in the women's 60m dash. Her explosive power and near-flawless execution left her competitors trailing behind, cementing her reputation as a dominant force in global athletics. Then came the Wanda Diamond League, the ultimate battleground for the fastest runners on the planet. Once again, Julien delivered, capturing the 100m crown spectacularly. Winning a Diamond League title is an achievement on its own, but consistently beating the best in the world, that's next-level dominance.
While Julien Alfred continues to make history, the island's first ever Olympic gold medalist has been nominated for the prestigious Breakthrough of the Year award at the 25th Laureus World Sports Awards.
Julien Alfred's rise to the top of the sprinting world has been nothing short of spectacular. And now, the recognition just keeps coming. She has been nominated for the Laureus World Breakthrough of the Year Award, one of the most prestigious honors in global sports. This award isn't just about winning races. It's about recognizing athletes who have made a massive impact, shattered expectations, and changed the game in their respective fields. And if anyone fits that description, it's Julien Alfred. This nomination comes after a historic season where she became St. Lucia's first ever Olympic gold medalist, winning the women's 100m final at the Paris 2024 Olympics. She followed that up with even more dominance, taking gold in the women's 60m at the World Indoor Championships and claiming the Wanda Diamond League 100m title. Few athletes have had such a rapid and commanding rise in such a short time, but she's not the only standout athlete in this category. Julien is up against some serious competition, including Botswana's Letsale Tebogo, who made history by winning Botswana's first Olympic gold in the men's 200m. Also nominated are French basketball prodigy Victor Wembanyama, Spanish football sensation Lamine Yamal, Canadian swimming star Summer McIntosh, and the Bayer 04 Leverkusen men's football team.
Race was much better, so I hope she can clear her head and go for the final, and I hope we have a really nice fight between these girls.
Julien Alfred is proving that she's not just a short distance sprint queen. She's got the versatility to dominate across multiple events. At the New Balance Indoor Grand Prix in Boston, she did something that had track and field fans talking. She set a new national record in the 300m, clocking an impressive 36.16 seconds. For an athlete best known for her explosive speed in the 100m and 200m, this was a huge moment. It wasn't just about breaking a record. It was about pushing her limits and showing the world she's evolving as an athlete. What made this performance even more remarkable was how effortless she made it look. The 300m isn't her specialty, but she stepped onto that track with the same confidence and determination that have already made her an Olympic champion. From the moment the gun went off, she took control of the race, keeping perfect form and power through every stride. And by the time she crossed the finish line, she had done what no St. Lucian athlete had ever done before.
I am esteemed to finally say that today marks the launch of the Julien Alfred Foundation, partnering with Puma and also the First National Bank.
Julien Alfred isn't just making history on the track. She's making a difference off of it too. She recently announced the launch of the Julien Alfred Foundation, a project close to her heart and one that could change the future for countless young people in Saint Lucia. This foundation is all about giving back, supporting young athletes, helping students with education, and focusing on mental health development. For Julien, this isn't just about sports, it's about creating opportunities for the next generation to chase their dreams, just like she did. But starting something this big hasn't been easy. She's already faced roadblocks, including bureaucratic delays that have slowed down the process. Even though major sponsors like Puma and Global Ports Holding have shown interest in supporting the foundation, the delays have made it difficult to secure funding and move forward as quickly as she'd like. It's frustrating, but Julien isn't backing down. She knows how much her community needs this, and she's determined to cut through the red tape and make it happen. Julien Alfred's vision for giving back to Saint Lucia is getting bigger, and it's not just talk. Major international partners are stepping up to help her make it a reality. One of the most exciting developments is her potential partnership with Global Ports Holding, GPH, a powerhouse in the cruise and tourism industry. This partnership could be a game changer, not only for the Julien Alfred Foundation, but for Saint Lucia as a whole. Global Ports Holding has been looking to expand its investment in the Caribbean, and teaming up with one of the region's biggest sports icons is a move that makes perfect sense. If this deal comes through, it could bring new funding, resources, and global attention to Julien's foundation. More funding means more scholarships for young athletes, better training facilities, and real support for mental health programs, things that have been lacking in St. Lucia's youth development. But this partnership is about more than just sports. Julien wants to use her platform and influence to create opportunities beyond athletics. Imagine a world where young people in St. Lucia don't just dream of being the next big sprinter, but also have access to education, business opportunities, and leadership programs. With GPH in the mix, that dream could turn into something real.
However, I'm excited to be back. The pressure is off for real, but I think now I'm just taking one step at a time.
That's great, but we probably have a different definition of step compared to Julien Alfred. What could be a single step for people like us could be a couple for Julien. She's a world-class athlete after all. It is for this reason that her American rivals like Sha'carri Richardson and Gabby Thomas should make more of an effort on the way to the top. As you all know, Alfred made history at the beginning of 2024, triumphing in the 100-meter at the 2024 World Athletics Indoor Championships. Her victory was the first by a St. Lucian athlete at a global senior championships. From there, she continued her path to success. At Paris 2024, she stormed to victory in the women's 100-meter final, setting a new national record of 10.72 seconds and claiming the first ever Olympic medal of any color for her country. "I have worked so hard to get to this point," she shared after her victory. "I had so many challenges in my life, and just to finally cross the line first at the Olympic Games has been a dream of mine. Just seeing the crowd celebrate, realizing what just happened, it was just unbelievable at the time. Of course, that means that this year, the pressure is on to be better, race faster." Unsurprisingly, the Olympic champion kicked off her 2025 season in spectacular fashion. How so? Well, she set a new national record and secured victory in the 300-meter at the New Balance Indoor Grand Prix in Boston. It was early this month when Alfred dominated the race, clocking an impressive 36.16 seconds, a time that not only shattered her previous national record, but also marked the 15th fastest time in history for the 300-meter. Her performance left her training partner, Dinah Asher-Smith, trailing behind with a personal best of 36.87 seconds. It goes without saying that despite her already exceptional career, Alfred continues to push boundaries, proving she's far from satisfied. In a surprise move, Alfred chose to race the 300-meter indoors instead of her usual 100-meter or 200-meter sprints. The decision paid off, as her powerful performance added yet another accomplishment to her growing list of achievements. Having previously run the 300-meter indoors, Alfred's win at the 2022 Commonwealth College Opener with a then-national record of 37.36 laid the groundwork for her current achievements. At just 23 years old, Alfred continues to excel on the global athletic stage. Edric Floreal, Alfred's coach, emphasizes that she is eagerly looking forward to competing in the 400-meter when the outdoor season opens in April. Reflecting on her success, Alfred credited her coach, Edric Floreal, for guiding her through the challenging training regimen. "You know, he has a plan. I'm just following his plan. Even though it hurts a lot, I trust him and what he has for me," she said. Wearing the Saint Lucia Tourism Authority logo on her athletic outfit, Alfred proudly celebrated this latest accomplishment. In recognition of her success, the SLTA expressed on its webpage, "Congrats to Julien Alfred on winning the women's 300-meter at the New Balance Grand Prix in Boston. Our tourism ambassador continues to shine and put Saint Lucia on the map. And ain't that the truth?" By mid-February, the Olympic 100-meter gold medalist once again stepped outside her usual sprinting range, delivering a national indoor record in the 400-meter at the Tiger Paw Invitational in Clemson, South Carolina. Alfred, primarily a 100-meter specialist, clocked 52.97 seconds to win Heat 4 of the event, setting a St. Lucian indoor record in the process. The time placed her 20th overall among a deep field of collegiate and professional athletes, but the performance stands out considering her focus on shorter sprints and limited experience in the quarter mile. It is no secret that Alfred is not known for racing the 400-meter, making her performance even more impressive. She split 25.01 seconds at the halfway mark before closing in 27.97 seconds, showing solid endurance despite not specializing in the event. Notably, her time was matched by Michelle Smith of the U.S. Virgin Islands, a freshman at the University of Georgia, and a 400-meter hurdler, as well as an 800-meter runner. Smith, who won Heat 10, edged Alfred in the final standings by thousandths of a second, emphasizing just how competitive the event was. Alfred's performance, though outside her usual range, is a strong indicator of her fitness and strength heading into the outdoor season, having already established herself as one of the world's top sprinters. Her ability to handle the demands of the 400-meter suggests she could bring even more endurance to her 100-meter and 200-meter races this year. While she may not be switching to the quarter mile anytime soon, this national record performance underscores Alfred's versatility and world-class ability as she continues to dominate Caribbean sprinting. On that note, you probably won't be surprised to learn that Alfred was one of the recipients of the prestigious awards given at the 43rd National Sports Awards. For context, St. Lucia's sporting community gathered a few weeks back for the 43rd National Sports Awards. The event, organized by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, celebrated the nation's athletic excellence and honored key contributors who have played pivotal roles in advancing sports on the island. There, Alfred rightfully earned the title of Sportswoman of the Year, following her historic Olympic gold medal victory and impressive performances on the track. "I've always wanted to be Usain Bolt ever since I was little," Julien Alfred once said. It is quite interesting to look back at, considering she is now chasing greatness. Interestingly, no American woman holds all the national records across multiple sprint distances as Alfred does. That is not to say, though, that her rivals like Gabby Thomas, Sha'carri Richardson, and Shericka Jackson aren't as remarkable. That said, after dipping her toes in the 400-meter, so to speak, the question is whether this improved range will give Julien a competitive advantage. You may recall that Atto Bolden, NBC sports broadcaster and former track star, revealed that Edric Floreal intends for Alfred to compete in a few more 400-meter races in the 2025 season. This is so that she can prepare for the World Championships in September. It's easy to assume that Julien Alfred isn't just keeping up with Gabby Thomas and Shericka Jackson. Instead, she is making them rethink the race. About a year ago, Justin Gatlin called her a true dual threat, and 2025 is proving him right. The versatility displayed by Alfred is changing the established supremacy held by Thomas and Jackson in the 200-meter race. Although Jackson holds the all-time leading time at 21.41 seconds, that dates back to 2023. But here's the catch. Despite her current time of 21.86, Alfred is showing continuous improvement. With her participation in the 300-meter and 400-meter events, she's building the endurance she needs to bridge her gap with track and field stars like Gabby Thomas and Shericka Jackson. Alfred's recent outstanding showings indicate that she no longer poses a threat to others, but is now considered a main challenger. You probably may have already guessed that the Saint Lucian star is gearing up to take on even more distance. With the way she's been crushing records, she'll be etching her name in history books in no time. That is not to say, though, that she need not hone in on her speed, endurance, overall strength, and consistency across the board, because she does, way more than we saw in 2024. The truth remains that Julien needs to put in lots of effort toward achieving her goals. While she remains adept at both the 100-meter and 200-meter, speed and endurance remain her biggest hurdles. Will she have as successful a season as she did last year? Will this athlete likewise chase success this season as well? Watch this to find out.